Okay, so now we've had a chance to kind of dig into this last piece, and we want you to, for one last time, talk about these graphic organizers. We brought up thinking maps, we talked about social studies perspective, science perspective, again, the English language learner perspective. So just a quick 5-minute conversation again around what is it you see the skills the students will need to navigate, what implications will this have, or what other strategies, ideas, or resources are you using or do you see using? So go ahead for the last conversation and then we'll kind of wrap things up. And conversations to a close. Okay, well, as a reminder, these were the different ways that we were highlighted through today to get into supporting students. So we had guided highlighted reading, text-dependent questions, sentence noticing, the claim evidence reasoning graphic organizer we just went through for ELA specifically. And remember we have the bit.ly, bit.ly/KISDSAT. And don't forget when you go there, you've been navigating this, so you should feel familiar with it. But here are our PowerPoints. Here's that agenda. And then here are the different folders to get to those other documents that are out there. Okay, so we've included a lot of these components in here for you so that you can get to them at a quick click. And we tried to design it in a way so that you could repurpose it for your different staff or teams back at your buildings. Also, don't forget specifically for us in ELA, I created this one document that you should be able to just kind of navigate from. I actually linked these other texts at the appropriate spot within the document itself, and we gave you those additional websites or resources to consider as you go through it and move forward. I would like to thank all of you from all of us for how you stayed on task and stayed within your teams. I think it was amazing the conversation that was going on, and it stayed on topic for the entire day. Even here at the end, I immediately heard teams break out into, okay, so here's some of the ACT things or SAT things, and this is the ACT, this is what it looks like now after what we've heard for SAT, etc. So thanks for attending to that. So hopefully you got out of this what you were looking for. We will be offering this again on April 28th because this actually filled up. So we actually were not allowed, there were people that had to be registered for another date. So we do have, I think, already 70 or so, or 52. Okay.
96 spots.
So we're about halfway full on April. So if you know somebody back at the ranch and you weren't given the charge and you know they might want to get it, as something to consider for them. And I'll put our emails up as you head out. But we did.
How does somebody register for the April 28th in-service?
So it's at kenisd.org. And go to professional development.
I went out and looked on it. It's April 28th, right?
Yep. You should have been able to search SAT even just in the search.
Assessment when you go to categories and it
Okay.
pops up. That calendar doesn't always work.
That's
Okay.
the question. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on your reflection exit ticket, because we're constantly trying to make ourselves better as well, if you would take some time to make sure that you share out what's an idea you'd implement in your classroom or district in the next week, what's an idea that you might share with colleagues, and what is something you want to learn more about. And we will use that information to help make adjustments and modifications for the April date. And if you had other comments or thoughts, you can flip to the back. If you were doing it for clock hours, you will get that survey that will be sent to you. You also will get a follow-up survey, I believe, just from the PD hub here for you to give us your feedback in that form. So thank you very much. Thanks for taking some time to fill out your exit ticket, and you can just leave it on the table. And does anybody have any other questions or other concerns about things?
You don't need to sign out for clock hours.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody.